Tonight, the best of the best from the UK's teaching profession are gathering for a night of celebration.
Yes, we're shining a light on the special contribution made by teachers around the country to the daily lives of our children.
Welcome to Britain's Classroom Heroes 2019.
When one person is recognised, it just means the whole school collectively can feel very proud of that one person. No one operates on their own in a school.
I really hope that all the teachers at home watching have an opportunity to also feel celebrated. This is for them too.
So many hours that are often unseen, and they have a great deal of impact, and it's important to recognise that impact.
I think they're the unsung heroes. They're bright enough to do something else, earn more money elsewhere, and they choose teaching.
It's so important to recognise and celebrate the teachers that go the extra mile.
It's a great blessing to give to a child a life of learning. And a teacher who can make a child happy to learn is worth their weight in gold.
Good evening and a very warm welcome to Britain's Classroom Heroes 2019. We're delighted to be here at London's iconic Roundhouse in Camden for the 21st Annual Pearson National Teaching Awards. I'm Sean Fletcher, and it's a real pleasure to be your host on this special occasion. Tonight, we'll be giving top marks to the people who inspire, educate, and enrich the lives of all our children on a daily basis. Joining me this evening, someone who keeps us company every morning on the school run. She's the voice of the news on Radio 2's Breakfast Show. It's Tina Daheley.
To be here tonight with all of you in this historic building, formerly a railway engine repair shed. Today it's famous around the world as a music venue. I've been to a fair few gigs here myself. It's played host to everyone from Jimi Hendrix and Bob Dylan to Jay-Z, Lady Gaga and Coldplay. Even Robbie Williams played here just a few weeks ago. But tonight, the stars of the show come from the UK's teaching profession. Teachers, lecturers, classroom assistants and schools will all be recognised, and I'll be chatting to some of the winners later in the show.
So let's get started. The first award of the evening is for Primary School of the Year Making a Difference. It's fair to say this was a closely contested category. To present someone who is more familiar with winning medals than awards. Fresh from his spectacular winning performance at the recent World Championships, he's the most successful gymnast in our country's history. Please welcome Max Whitlock. And congratulations on your recent success at the World Championships. Have you stopped smiling?
No, it's been a bit of a whirlwind, really, you know, coming back off of the Worlds, and it was actually our most successful Worlds for Team GB. So it was crazy, and obviously gaining my third world title was just surreal. So it's been a bit crazy, really.
And you've got your medal with you, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
Look at that. Let's have a... Now, becoming a world champion, winning Olympic medals clearly takes a lot of hard work and determination. You did a sports BTEC, didn't you? And you've said that that's made you the athlete you are today. Why was it so important?
It was hugely important to me because I think I could transfer so many skills to what I did after school in any aspect of life. And it's helped in my sport in terms of, you know, time management, being efficient with my time. And one of the most important ones is what I always advise to youngsters and anybody is target setting. I also had a lot on my plate at that time, you know, with the pressure of competing and everything like that. For me, not having an exam at the end of it reduced that pressure in my school life. For me, it was a no-brainer. It suited me perfectly.
Well, Max, can you announce our first winner?
Of course. Primary School of the Year Making a Difference Awards goes to Delfside Community Primary School in Lancashire.
Delfside is a place where you can smile, you can feel loved.
I feel happy when I come to school.
We've always got smiles. I never really see anyone that's sad. Delfside is the best school.
Delfside Primary School is sandwiched between Wigan and Liverpool in the town of Skelmersdale.
Our catchment is drawn from our local estate. The community face challenges of high crime, there's high deprivation, and there's anxiety amongst our families as well. We're here as a school to help them overcome those challenges and try to provide that nurturing space.
Hi, Zach. How are you? Are you all right, mate? Yeah.
We want it to be that place where children want to come, where they want to learn, where they enjoy being, because if they enjoy being here, they're going to learn.
Can help us learn new things.
The teachers include everyone, and they're really kind and friendly.
I feel really safe here because I know if I'm sad or I'm in trouble, I can just go speak to the teachers and they'll sort it out for me.
I only came to this school a week ago, but all the teachers, all the children have all made me feel welcome.
The school relishes its role as a hub for the community, and whenever possible, they hold socials with other organisations in the area.
We want to really push the idea that we're not this island, we're not on our own, we're very much part of the outside world.
We have parties a lot because we like to invite people to the school and have some fun with some other people.
If you've ever walked into Delphside, you're one of us. We call you a Delphsider. And when you leave us, I guarantee you want to come back.
It's like a place where you can feel like warm and welcome.
I have tons of friends here and I just enjoy every moment here.
Where it is, The school means the world to parents and the children because of just how much they enjoy coming to school.
Well done. So what happens next?
Delphside's slogan says, we make a difference, they really do.
Well, congratulations. Liz, you're the head teacher. How does that feel?
This is overwhelming. I'm doing very well not to cry at this point, but what I would say is we are so proud to have won this award, but I know out there today there are many schools who could take this away because we all do make the difference. I nominated my team in secret because I wanted to prove to them just how wonderful they really are and how inspiring they are. Community is everything to us, and it's not just these guys on the stage here, it's all the team back at home in Skelmersdale watching tonight. It's all our community partners, it's our governors, it's our families, but possibly more than anything, it's our little Delphsiders, so this is for them.
Well, the subtitle for this award is Making a Difference. You clearly do that every day. Congratulations to you all, and thank you to Max as well for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Now, at the heart of any successful school, there's always a great leader, and I'm pretty sure that most head teachers require superhero powers too. To announce the winner of Head Teacher of the Year in a secondary school, an actress whose own superpowers have seen her deliver babies in the ever-popular Call the Midwife. More recently, she's been dealing with the supernatural in the comedy drama Ghosts. Please welcome the wonderful Charlotte Ritchie. Well, Charlotte, let's start with Ghosts. It's been hugely successful. It must have been really fun to work on.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing to work on. It's really rare to get a job like that. It's just so fun, but knowing that so many people enjoy it is the best thing, yeah.
So where did your love of acting start? Was it in school? Was there a teacher that inspired you?
My secondary school, I had 4 drama teachers, and they were just amazing. They just really were encouraging, but they had their own passion that kind of really came through, and it meant that we had the chance to experiment and kind of fail a lot in a very safe, nice place where it didn't feel too high pressure.
Okay, will you announce the next winner?
So the head teacher of the year in a secondary school is Rhian Morgan Ellis from Ysgol Gyfan Cwm Rhondda.
Welsh language school Ysgol Gyfan Cwm Rhondda is in the heart of the South Wales valleys. The heavy industries have long gone, but the tight-knit communities still survive and play a huge part in Rhian Morgan Ellis's approach to school life.
You have a saying in Welsh that says, "Dyrod y law I mi ac mi awn I ben y mynydd." And that translates to, give me your hand and I will walk with you and we will climb the mountain together. And that certainly is what Rhian Ellis does.
I know it can sound like a cliche, but our pupils are the future of this valley and the community of this valley. And therefore, they are priceless, absolutely priceless.
She's grown up in the Rhondda and the Rhondda is a part of her. It always will be.
I would describe a Rhondda woman as a strong woman, a woman who would stand for what she believes in, who will persevere until she brings into fruition the vision she has.
Wel, ni ddim wedi bod yma am hir, ond...
Rhian's mantra has always been led by this belief every child is as good as anybody else anywhere in the country. And I think coming from an area like the Rhondda Valley, I think that's a massive, massive thing.
There is a stigma around Rhondda kids, but because she's from here and she's experienced our experiences, she emphasises that we can go places, we can do anything, like academically and not academically. She's taken me around the universities like Oxford and Exeter to show me that I can get to those places, and even if there's one doubt in your mind, you can guarantee that Miss Ellis, she'll stop it 100%.
Mostly Miss Ellis just wants me to shine as a person. She wants me to be the best that I can be.
Because I've always believed strongly in being the best you can be, whether you're a pupil, member of staff, member of the school community. When you can allow the conditions that ensure that, wow, that is a buzz.
Rhian has got this massive embrace, you know, and she just drags everybody in with her.
That's Rhian's nature, is to make sure everybody's looked after well and treated all the same.
100%. Yes, 100%.
I always come from the angle that people, if they feel they belong, then that's when people will contribute and be the best they can be.
Whether it be a cleaner, a teacher, doesn't matter what your role is.
She's just Rhian, and she's lush. She's so, so lush. Wherever we go, Miss Ellis will be driving the bus, and she loves singing. When she sings to us in the bus, it's incredible. For me, Miss Ellis is a hero, and a hero for the Welsh language, and a hero for us all in the Rhondda.
Da iawn, Rhian. Congratulations. Ti wedi gwneud mor dda. You've done so well. Congratulations. You've been at the school for 30 years. It must mean so much to you.
It is. It's in my marrow, Sean, let alone in my bones. I feel so privileged because I belong to a community in the school, in Ysgol Gyfun Cwm Rhondda, that believes far more in giving than receiving. And it's because of that principle, I suppose I'm standing here today, because without every member of the community, I couldn't accomplish anything. Mae darn ohonyn nhw gyd yn y wobr hon. There's a bit of them are a part of all these members of the community in this award tonight. Diolch yn fawr. Diolch o galon am y cyfle. Thanks for the opportunity.
Da iawn, Rhian. And thank you very much, Charlotte.
Journalist working in news, I'm used to dealing with the unpredictable, especially at the moment. But when I think about what all of you deal with on a daily basis, I am totally in awe. We've already seen that teaching is both challenging and rewarding, not to mention full of surprises. Well, that was certainly the case for one primary school teacher from County Durham when BBC Breakfast, Steph McGovern, paid the school a visit.
The North East is such a special place to me. It really shaped me growing up. So I'm dead chuffed to be here at Cleves Cross Primary School in Ferry Hill, County Durham, to surprise a teacher who, it's fair to say, has had a massive impact on the pupils here, the local community and beyond. Right, come on. Angela Hilton has been at Cleves Cross for 17 years.
Keep going all the way to our polytunnel.
And over that time, she's taught children from as young as 3 right through to 11.
Learning outside the classroom for me is a bit of a passion.
giving children hands-on experience. I just feel it's much more exciting.
There we go, are we all there?
The children love her.
She's funny and kind. She makes me smile. She makes math lessons fun.
Let's see if we can count these pairs. Let's go.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
The best thing about being a teacher is being with the children and feeling like you're making a difference to their lives on that day, but also to their futures as well.
She's given over and above what what people would expect a teacher to give.
Woo! Brilliant!
Mom, can you sign this?
Angela's dynamic approach to teaching isn't restricted to academic subjects. She encourages the children to take an active role in their community. Today, they're collecting signatures for a campaign to reduce litter in the area.
She gives us the courage to challenge ourselves and just makes everything fun.
Mrs. Hilton is just an asset to the school and to the local community, and she's trying to get the children to engage in civic society. And I don't think you can start too young with that.
It makes me very proud. It's about the confidence they get from it and the feeling that they can actually make a difference. That is the reward.
Keen to give the children of this ex-mining community a global outlook, Angela's forged links with overseas schools.
She's been coordinating our international work for the last 7 or 8 years now and built up some really strong partnerships.
I've learned so much. I've been lots of places and had a lot of experiences that have enriched me as a person.
After several trips to Sri Lanka, she's formed particularly close bonds with a school there.
She certainly is not just impacting our children here in Cleves Cross, but also the children in Sri Lanka.
Mrs. Angela taught us colours. This is yellow.
We speak to them a lot at home. I speak to them every week.
We are doing gardening today. Can you say hello, Mr. Sunil?
Her lessons about Sri Lanka are really fun because I like looking around the world. It's quite inspiring.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Hello? Hello? Can I interrupt for a minute?
Yes.
Come here. You have won Best Teacher of the Year in a primary school. You've got the Gold Award. She is the best teacher in a primary school in the whole country.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Your reaction was priceless. The look on your face, has it sunk in properly yet?
It's starting to, yes, it is. I feel like it's a dream.
Your ethos for wanting children to experience the wider world is so empowering. Why is that important to you?
I think in this day and age, when we can all become a little bit insular about ourselves and put up those barriers, it's important that the children, that next generation, don't do that. That they want to be out there in the world and they want to find common ground with everyone.
They are all so proud of you. Please, let's hear it one more time for Angela Hilton, Teacher of the Year in a primary school.
For most teachers, the profession is all-consuming. It takes a certain type of character to make it. You need resilience, belief in what you do, and determination to make an impact. It's hard work, but when you're continuously improving children's lives and creating a better future for them, the rewards are priceless. The Lifetime Achievement Award recognises all of the above and more. To present the award, please welcome the Secretary of State for Education, the Right Honourable Gavin Williamson. Gavin, thanks for joining us. And when we look out at the teachers and we see the work that they've done and hear about the stories, how important do you think it is that we celebrate teaching?
Well, fundamentally, the thing that has the biggest impact on any child's life is the teacher that stands in front of them in that classroom, inspires them, gives them a sense of worth, gives them a real feeling that they can achieve. And that's the legacy every teacher leaves for all their children.
Gavin, please announce the winner of our Lifetime Achievement Award.
The Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Keith Berry from Park Community Academy.
Each morning, 275 pupils arrive at Park Community Academy in Blackpool.
Morning, Kashana.
From all over the city and beyond.
Morning, Josh.
The school caters for boys and girls aged from 2 to 19 years, with moderate to severe learning needs. And head teacher Keith Berry is always there to greet them.
I'm in my 43rd year of teaching. I've been head teacher at Park. This is my 22nd year at Park Community Academy. One of the biggest motivators for me is actually going out to that car park and seeing how pleased the children are to come to school. They skip into school, they're pleased to see you in the morning.
First thing in the morning, he always greets them with a smile on his face when they're coming to school.
I've never known a child gets so upset when school's closed and he can't go.
It kind of feels like a happy place every time I come here every day.
Mr. Berry's funny, he's happy, and he's a really good head teacher. And action!
So let's go this way, let's go this way. This way, onto the blue, onto the yellow.
Mr. Berry is the driving force behind the school. He has got such a passion for the school, for the children.
How are we doing, Jensen? You okay?
He just understands children with special needs implicitly.
You look at children, you look at families, right? What can we do to make this child feel good about themselves? Good ball, keeper, good ball. It might be through sports, outdoor education. It might be through the performing arts. Make sure that they experience success. And that does transfer into the classroom.
I came to this school and it's just been life-changing. I feel loads more confident than I did before.
What do you think of Mr. Berry as a headmaster? Do you think he's good?
Yes.
That's better, good lads, better.
He's doing so much work. He keeps the school good, he keeps it running. He pays like for the electric, the milk, the food. He pays everyone the right amount of money to do their jobs.
Amira, help them catch this. It's going to blow away.
Mr. Berry's not like a headmaster, he's more like a friend.
I think he's a brilliant head teacher.
He won't get any chance that he can spend with people.
He understands all the students and he will always have that like bit of friendship.
Careful where you're rolling it down.
Mr. Berry, on behalf of not just Lewis, but myself, Dad, his sister, our whole family, you know, you've changed Lewis's life, and for that we will be ever in your debt.
Thank you, Mr. Berry. Thank you.
Congratulations. I can see there's a tear in your eye.
Yeah, well, that was quite moving watching that film.
What an extraordinary school you have.
Yeah, well, what an extraordinary job we do. Aren't we lucky to be in the best, quite simply, the best job in the world. And this award reflects the hard work of everyone sat in this room. I've been a teacher for 43 years. I've been so fortunate to work with so many fabulous children, fabulous families, fabulous staff, and fabulous governors. But we're only as good as the team around us. You've got to be prepared to make sacrifices, but the rewards far, far, far outweigh the sacrifices. To all those people who are aspiring teachers out there, let me just say to you, it is still the very best job in the world. Here's to teaching.
Now, choosing tonight's winners may seem like an impossible task, but these awards pull together a crack team of all former winners themselves, and Tina is with two of them right now.
Yes, Sean, I'm here with Sam Coy and Jashu Vakaria. Jashu, it looks like you've seen some amazing schools on your travels. How impressed were you with what you've seen with what's going on up and down the country?
There's some amazing teachers out there around the country, and it's great to be able to know that our future generation of world champion athletes, actresses, presenters like yourself are having a fantastic foundation for learning by our practitioners and our external educators, and it's a privilege to go in and watch that taking place.
And Sam, you picked up Primary School of the Year this time last year. How much of an impact does winning have on a school?
It just helps everyone in the whole school community raise aspirations, you know, and everyone just kind of gets behind the school. It's a springboard for future success and kind of starts the journey, really, doesn't end it.
When you are judging, when you're doing the rounds, are you tempted to steal good ideas?
Stealing is a strong word. We magpie ideas and take it in.
I do steal. I'm stealing all the ideas completely. And I think teachers get a bit wound up when I come back from the judging process because I'm already saying, we could do that. So it's just a real positive experience.
Yeah. Inspiring each other, that's a good thing.
Yeah,
thank you both, and thank you to all of this year's judges.
Well, if you're like me, always curious about new technology and gadgets, this next award will be of particular interest. It's for digital innovation. To announce the name of the winner, someone who likes to work the night shift. Please welcome DJ Trevor Nelson.
Very impressive, that.
It's heavy, isn't it?
It's very impressive.
Now, I'm intrigued to know, Trevor, what were you like as a pupil? He's speechless.
I was good up to the age of about 16, then it gets a bit murky.
Now, you've previously been involved in helping get kids into the music industry. Why is that important to you?
Nurturing and teaching's in the family. My younger sister's a deputy head. I nurture people. I'm a patron of a couple of places that bring young people in, so, yeah.
What do you like with tech?
I'm not great, but I'm not a complete technophobe, but I try and stay with the times. But it's so quick, it moves so fast, and, you know, you think you're comfortable, and then they change it all and you have to get on it again.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here this evening.
It's great to be here, mate.
Can you please announce our next winner?
Yes, I can. The award for Digital Innovator of the Year goes to Stephen Sadler from East Barnet School.
East Barnet Secondary in North London is a busy, bustling school which offers plenty of opportunities for its pupils. Here, science, technology, engineering and maths, also known as STEM subjects, have really sparked imaginations, and that's thanks to the school's leader of the virtual environment, Stephen Sadler.
Never. Get used to it.
He has such little time, but he manages to give everyone time all the time.
Steve is driven by his love of the kids at East Barnet.
He's not just an ordinary teacher. I've never met such an inspirational and motivational teacher like him.
So flat is boring. I like to think I bring a lot of excitement, a diverse way of teaching, a lot of energy as well, because you have to have a lot of energy when you're engaging in cutting-edge projects like robotics or drone technology. So you need to modify it.
The school runs over 80 lunchtime and after-school clubs, but the busiest of all are Mr. Sadler's drone and robotics clubs.
The clubs is something that he's taken on under his own steam. So it started off with robotics, and I think Steve was the person that did the research and said, this is something we need to get into, this is the future.
I was keen to draw a lot more girls into STEM and in particular robotics because most of the students participating were boys. So as a result, I formed the first all-girls robotics team within the UK. I was asked you to change the different colours.
Since the club's inception, competing nationally and internationally in robotics competitions has become second nature, a testament to Mr. Sadler's ambition for his pupils.
When we started, he had no limits in his head of where we could go with it, which is, I don't think he has for any of his students.
I think the club is popular because of the competition element. They're not just in the classroom doing something. They're taking what they're designing and making and actually using it to compete at a national level.
The seller's office at lunchtime or break time is like Greg's at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's just packed all the time because people want to be around him, people want to learn off him.
It's testament to Mr. Sadler that we have students regularly coming back to visit, to talk to him, because he's had such a positive impact on their lives.
Mr. Sadler is a really good sounding board, so whenever I have a question or issue at university, he's always the first person I try and contact just to get advice from.
I've got one student, he's a mechatronics lecturer now, who started out doing robotics when he was year 8, so to see them overtake you is a nice feeling, actually. I like that, because you know you've done your job well.
Stephen. They say when you're not sure about technology or gadgets, ask a 12-year-old. You're a little bit older than that, but you managed to stay ahead of the game. How do you do it?
Just keeping pace with innovation and trying to bring exciting stuff to the classroom to make the kids, get them engaged. I think it's just about giving them the best opportunities as possible. Our subject is just constantly changing. If you're not innovating, then you're going to get left behind.
Stephen Sadler, you are the Digital Innovator of the Year.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Thank you.
And thank you, Trevor.
Thank you very much.
Now, it's time to turn our attention to further education and the people who really make an impact, educating young adults. Now, just imagine a normal day at college, you're delivering a lesson to your students, and then the legend that's Wayne Sleep waltzes right in. Well, that's exactly what happened to the recipient of our next award.
I'm so excited to be back home in the city of Plymouth. I have so many fond memories of growing up here, swimming on the Hole, and I took my first dance steps here. But today, I've got a more important job to do here at City College. This place is all about motivating, supporting, and inspiring adults back into further education. Someone who epitomizes this ethos is the winner of the Further Education Lecturer of the Year Award. His name is Brian Banks. Let's find out more about him.
Right. So what we're going to do, I'm going to give out each of the pairs.
The first lesson with Brian, I remember it very well.
If you want to get sweets from the vending machine, for example.
He went off on a massive tangent about dinosaurs and evolution and things like that, because he could sense that everyone in the room was really nervous.
And he somehow brought that back to biology.
Excellent. Let's all have a celebratory dinner.
I remember sitting there thinking, I'm going to like this guy. He was brilliant.
When my students first come into class, I think they're expecting lectures, and what actually happens is they are engaged immediately. They're tasked to do things, active learning themselves. Happy? Very good.
City College Plymouth's access to education courses are aimed at students over 19 years of age returning to education. Biology lead Brian Banks has helped many fulfill their dreams of entering the medical profession.
He's dynamic, he's engaging, he lifts content off the paper and makes it real to the students. And students come to us from various backgrounds with various academic abilities, and he makes all of the content accessible and available to all of them.
Brian's teaching is funny. He's fun.
If you can find a white coat that fits you, that would be great. But wait a second. Wait until I find the nice one first.
I teach psychology, so they'll have biology on a Tuesday with Brian and then psychology on a Wednesday with me.
Hold the slide up to the light.
You can see they've thoroughly enjoyed Brian's lessons because he always makes it interesting, always makes it fun. I'm the Laurel to his Hardy, the bad cop to his good cop sometimes, I think.
And you're looking until you see something which looks like what's on the board. What I have to do is shake their brains until useful bits fall out and they start to use them. Well done. Ultimately, I just want my students to become brilliant and to know more than I know. That's ultimately the aim.
When it comes to teaching and learning, outstanding is never enough. There's always room for more. I nominated Brian because I wanted to share him.
that essay.
In one sentence, I would say he's awesome because he loves dinosaurs and he is awesome.
Seems like a great guy, doesn't he? No, not you. Brian, let's go and meet him.
That's it. Kat's got it. The Vena Cava.
Hello, Brian.
Oh, hello.
My name's Wayne Sleep, and I've got a surprise for you.
Oh, hello, Wayne.
Congratulations. You are the Further Education Lecturer of the Year.
Oh, that's remarkable.
Do you want to do a bit of tap dance?
No, I think I'll leave that to you. Hi, very nice to meet you.
Wonderful to meet you.
These folk I work with, these are the real heroes. They're going on to do for real what I do in theory, and I think that's really remarkable.
I'm going to teach you to dance. Are you ready?
God help me, yes.
Right, OK, so pirouette and spin. There's room for improvement.
There's room
we'll
for
go
improvement,
from there.
yes. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. How are your dance moves coming along?
They're pretty terrible. I'd say that, definitely.
All right. Well, rest assured I'm not going to make you pirouette or spin. It's obvious that you're so passionate about your work. What motivates you, Brian?
I love biology. Biology is this story where little cellular structures get ideas above their station and end up leaving footprints on the moon. I think it's a remarkable story.
What's your top tip for engaging students?
Read their mind. Just look around the room, see all the lights go on one after another, and if they don't all go on at the end of the lesson, try something different.
Well, it's obvious the students think the world of you, so enjoy your special recognition tonight. Let's hear it one more time for Brian, and a big thank you to Wayne Sleep for making the journey down to Plymouth.
Now to the penultimate award of the evening, Teaching Assistant of the Year. This is a role that involves providing support, being patient, being a confidant, and a diplomat. One thing's for sure, teaching assistants are invaluable. To announce the winner, an author whose stories have taken children's imaginations on a magical ride. Her hugely successful How to Train Your Dragon books have proved so popular, they've spawned a film franchise. It is, of course, Cressida Cowell. Now, Cressida, your books have, well, captured the imagination of a generation of children. That must feel pretty special.
Oh, it feels so great. And I'm just so excited to be getting children reading with as much excitement and joy that I read when I was a kid. That's what I'm trying to do, to get them to read books, not just because they have to, but because they want to.
You're the newly appointed Children's Laureate. What are you hoping to achieve in the role?
I've just released this reading charter. I'm going to be particularly focusing on 2 points on the charter, one of which is every child has the right to a library that is properly funded. Properly funded. The other thing I'm going to be fighting for is more creative space in the curriculum. You're doing it anyway, but unless it's actually part of the curriculum, you're just having to shoehorn it in. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do. Those two, those are my main things I'm going to be fighting for.
Well, it's wonderful to have you here this evening. Will you announce the next winner for us?
I certainly will, yes. OK, the winner is Paul Macaulay from Sedley Park Girls' School, Birmingham.
He's just a really likeable chap. He just goes about changing the lives of the girls every single day.
The small steps to them are the biggest step without them even really knowing. As they just put something together that maybe they didn't think themselves they were going to be capable of, and you can see the confidence building within them because everything becomes easy and they'd flourish.
Birmingham's Selly Park Girls' School is situated in one of the UK's most multicultural cities. Paul Macaulay is one of the school's busy learning mentors and is an extremely valued member of the team.
It's fantastic.
80% of our girls have English as an additional language. Paul works really closely with the girls and their families. He understands, the cultural expectations.
It's a really lovely experience working with Paul in the classroom because he's so friendly and relaxed. He's very calming, but at the same time has a really good sense of humour.
That wasn't one of the options, but it's right.
Paul being there just brings them out of their shell. It brings them a belief in their ability, and it's fantastic to see.
In Year 7, I was struggling in maths, and then Sir decided to help me, which helped me so much that in Year 8 I got 100% in my maths test.
So what do you do with the prime number?
Through my older years, Sir's helped me to read and improve on my English and maths. I just want to thank him for that.
He's patient, but he's not bossy.
Very lucky this morning. You're going to have your first ever assembly with our rights ambassadors.
Selly Park is one of the UK's 5,000 UNICEF rights-respecting schools. The initiative's aim is to promote respect and dignity within school and throughout the community.
In a rights-respecting school, everyone is kind and respectful of rights.
The girls are currently working towards their Gold Award, and as part of their attempt, Paul and some of the teachers have created a school band and are working on a video to promote UNICEF's positive message.
Paul is a vital part of our success so far. He goes over and above his role to engage the girls in the project.
Don't pause, shoot. Brilliant. So the highlight of my week is Wednesday afternoon's football club, my Key Stage 3 team. Got some fantastic footballers, which I like to think that I discovered when they arrived at school. It's just lovely to be able to support them.
He's one of those people that creates energy around school. He does make a difference in their lives.
He's hugely respected and valued by everybody.
There's nothing better than seeing a pupil flourish, and they know if they put the effort in, they can be successful at whatever they attempt.
Mr. Macaulay's great. He makes everybody feel happy.
When someone smiles at me, it makes me feel very happy and makes my day. That's what Sir does.
Well done, Paul. I think you celebrated that goal a little too hard, didn't you, in that V2?
You want to see how many attempts it took to get the ball in, so...
Now, we heard that you were shocked when you found out that you were nominated. How does it feel now to be on stage with that award?
I think anyone who knows me knows I've probably never been more uncomfortable in my life than I am right now. Thank you, Selly Park. It's an amazing place to work. I'm lucky enough to have my head teacher, a few of my staff here, and obviously without those girls, I can't say enough about them, the most amazing kids in the world.
Pupils are going to be really proud of you, aren't they?
I hope so.
Well, a huge congratulations. Thanks very much,
Thank
Paul.
you very
and
much.
thank you, President.
Before we have our final award of the evening, it's time for a very special music performance. The Life and Times of Henry VIII is one of the most popular tales in history. I'm sure we can all remember learning about his colourful life in school. Hundreds of books have been written, numerous television series and films have been made. Well, tonight we are going to hear from the ladies in his life. From the West End hit musical Six, may I present to the court our queens.
Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. And tonight, Roundhouse, we are... Listen up, let me tell you a story. A story that you think you've heard before. We know our names and our fame and our faces. But what about the glories and the disgraces? I'm done, cause all this time I've been just one word in a stupid rhyme. So I picked up a pen and a microphone. History's about to get overthrown. Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. But just for you tonight, we're divorced, beheaded, live. Welcome to the show, to the history mix, switching up the flow as we add the Catherine of Aragon was married 24 years. I'm a paragon of royalty. My loyalty is to the Vatican, so if you try to dump me, you won't try that again. I'm that Berlin girl, and I'm up next. See, I broke England from the church. Why did I lose my head? Well, my sleeves may be green, but my lipstick's red. Jane Seymour, the only one he truly loved.
Rude.
When my son was newly born, I died, but I'm not what I seem, or am I? Stick around and you'll suddenly see more. Divorced.
Ich bin Anna of Cleves.
Yeah.
When he saw my portrait, he was like,
Yeah.
I didn't look as good as I did in my pic. Funny how we all discussed that, but never Henry's little.
Prick up your ears, I'm the Catherine who lost her head.
Beheaded.
For my promiscuity outside of wedlock. Lock up your husbands, lock up your sons. K, how it is here, and the fun's begun.
Survived. Dive down, I'm the final wife. I saw him to the end of his life. I'm the survivor, Catherine Parr. I bet you wanna know how I got this far.
Well, tonight we'll let you know how we got this far. 'Cause everybody knows that we used to be sisters. But now we're one of a kind, no category. Too many years lost in history. We're free to take our crown in glory for 5 more minutes. We're one of a kind, no category. Too many years lost in history. We're free to take our crown in glory for 5 more minutes. We're six. Whoa, whoa, we're six. Whoa, we're six. Whoa, whoa, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more minute. We're six.
I think that was the sassiest history lesson I have ever had. Now, we all think we know the story of Henry VIII, but it's never been told in such a modern and exciting way. How do audiences react when they come to see the musical?
It's all about empowering women. The audiences absolutely adore it. It's full of fun and it's so energetic.
You're about to hit the road on a nationwide tour, and I hear many school trips have been arranged to come and see you. That's exciting.
Yeah, we are so excited, and we feel so lucky that we can take this show out to people who might not be able to get to London to see it, and really share the message of Six and show them that supporting one another is so important, especially to those young people.
History that's exciting and entertaining. Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of Six.
Other awards presented this evening.
The award for excellence in special needs education goes to Tina Murray from Barham Primary School in Wembley.
We've got the most incredible children at Barham. They don't have special needs, they're just different and they think differently, and I love every single one of them.
So the outstanding new teacher of the year is Connor Goulding from the Sacred Heart Roman Catholic Primary School in Bolton.
Why is the job important to you? Why do you enjoy it so much?
I think it's just the difference that you can make as a teacher in everyday life. Even the tough days are just as important as the fun days.
The award for the Teacher of the Year in a secondary school is Simon Gunstone from Royal Wootton Bassett.
Very humbled and very grateful. It's a real community school, and I'd like just to thank you, the staff and the parents, and of course the students.
The Further Education Team of the Year goes to the Sport, PE and Dance Team from White Sixth Form Curry Park.
opportunity to change students' lives, and we take that really seriously. And for lots of students, that means lots of different things, but we just want them to have the best experience, to leave us ready for the world.
The head teacher of the year in a primary school is Lisa Maria Purdy from St Ninian's Primary School in Livingston.
It's a joy to do this job, and I'm on a mission to spread the joy in teaching, and I think that the longer that you can hold that, the more important that is, the more people you can influence with holding that joy and leading with heart.
So we've reached the final award of the evening, and it's a big one. It's the Secondary School of the Year Making a Difference Award. To present it, someone who can truly be described as a broadcasting legend. Her frank and honest approach on radio, television, and in print has made us all sit up and think. Please give a big welcome to Baroness Joan Bakewell. We've seen some amazing things tonight. I don't know, I'm sure you, like me, would have been really impressed with seeing the achievements of the teachers in the room and the teachers right across the country.
I wanted to go back to school.
Yeah, I mean, what would you say to these guys?
Well, it is the most wonderful thing to be a teacher, because you change lives. You actually have a direct influence, one-to-one very often. And a pupil whom you encourage and flourishes will remember you for all their lives. It's a creative job in the relationship that you have one-to-one with your pupils, and they will cherish it and they will never forget you.
Well, Joan, please tell us who's won our final award.
Well, the final award of this amazing ceremony, I'm privileged to give it. Here it is. The Secondary School of the Year, Making a Difference. Carlton Bolling College, Bradford.
With around 1,500 pupils, Carlton Bolling is a larger-than-average comprehensive school in the inner city of Bradford. It's now rated amongst the top 10% of schools in England. But just 5 years ago, it was in the news for another reason.
Children at a school in Bradford are at possible risk of Islamic extremism, according to a leaked Ofsted report seen by the BBC.
This report says the school, its leadership and governing body is inadequate.
When the school went to special measures, it certainly did feel like there was a mammoth task. Task probably most schools haven't encountered. But there was never any dejection or feeling of defeat. There's always a determination to get the school where it is today.
The local government elected a new board of governors, and the then head teacher Adrian Neeshaw was charged with turning the school around.
When Adrian put together his senior leadership team, it meant that we started to address issues and we put the children at the centre of everything that we did.
In less than 2 years, the school went from special measures to outstanding.
Academic outcomes have improved over the years, but what's more important is developing the whole child.
It's an all-inclusive school which concentrates on individuals. So it's not so much just like one size fits all. It's a school that's trying to make sure that every single pupil that comes here gets a good experience.
The school takes pride in being a place where everyone, regardless of background, gender and ability, can achieve success.
I think it's a really good school, and I've only been here for 2 years, but I've had so much fun being here.
I think Carlton Bolling's a really good school as well, because there's a lot of opportunities to do things in the school. I do drama and music, and I fully like doing all these things.
What is this sound?
Lots of our students face lots of barriers. There is poverty, social exclusion, so we're trying to integrate them in our school community as much as we can. Got a student from Syria, and she came to Carlton Bolling. She could speak very little English, and last year she passed GCSE in English Literature with grade 4, which is an amazing grade for somebody who been in the country only for 2 years.
They're good teacher because we feel close to them. In Syria, we couldn't have education, and then From Syria, we went to Turkey, and there we suffered so much. We couldn't have education. And, oh my goodness, we came here, and now we have, so.
We're a very, very caring school, and we care for all our students. We want the best for them.
I know how much effort everybody puts in to make sure that every child is successful.
One of the more unusual aspects of the school is its boxing academy, which provides alternative provision for children who've been excluded from mainstream education. Alongside academic study, the pupils are awarded with martial arts training, provided by world champion kickboxer Robbie Kennedy.
I'm a local lad. We're not in the best of areas in Bradford, so obviously, they've got a lot of crime, drug-related crime, theft, guns, gangs. I'm hoping that this sanctuary is something that can be positive for the boys, and rather than going down that road of crime, they kind of think about, actually, I don't want that lifestyle.
3, change your level.
I've been in trouble down at the mainstream school, and they've brought me up here because some things didn't work out. I think I really would have messed up in life, so this is like, it saved me. They're teaching us the importance of being just a nice person in society. Like forget all the maths, English, that's like a bonus to us. The massive thing they're teaching us is just how to be a good person.
Well, congratulations. It's fair to say your school's been on quite a journey, hasn't it?
It's been an up and down journey all the way through, and I honestly thought 2 years ago in October, went to from special measure to outstanding in less than 2 years, nothing could top it, but today it actually does that. Think big, follow your dreams, be resilient, never give up. That's been the story of the staff here at Kelton Bolling as well, so it's not only just for us people here, the 7 people on stage, it's for all the staff and the students and the community around Kelton Bolling.
The award says making a difference, and I can't think of a better example of that. So congratulations to all of you, and thank you very much for Joan. Well, that's it for another year. Congratulations again to all of tonight's winners and to each and every nominee for all of the work you do throughout the year.
Yes, we've all been inspired by your stories this evening, and there's little doubt that your work will help future generations make their way in the world. Thank you also to all our guests for being here to present the awards on this special occasion.
So as we bring the 21st Pearson National Teaching Awards to a close, one final thank you to everyone in the teaching profession for your skill, passion and dedication. From all of us here at the Roundhouse, a very good night.
Thank you.
Shukriya.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Shukran.
Thank you.
Thank you.